So this is how you can get a power of attorney document for free. I'm Taylor Kaspar, owner and managing attorney of Legacy Estate Planning, where we help parents and busy professionals secure generational wealth so they can create the legacy that their kids truly deserve. So this is how you can get a power of attorney document for free. I actually got this document off of the Attorney General's website in the state of Minnesota, and I have downloaded it for you here and opened it up so I can show you how you can use this document to make sure that the right people would have the ability to make financial transactions on your behalf if you were too sick, incapacitated, hospitalized, out of town, or otherwise couldn't make those transactions for yourself. So this is the document that's published by the Attorney General's office. It's coming straight out of statute, and we're just going to fill it out here so I can show you exactly what to do. So once you get this document, and of course, if you don't have like fancy Adobe software, you can always print this document out and just do it by hand. That is perfectly fine. They don't take any points off for you actually just writing into this document if you need to. But first things first, you, the person making the document, are the principal. So you'll put your name on the first line, and then after that, you'll put your street address, right in there, because you are the principal, you're the person who is making the document here today. Then you want to make a choice about who you're going to select as your attorney in fact. So who is going to make the choices for you and do the financial transactions for you if you can't do them yourself. So I'm going to choose my dad. And we'll get him in here. And then I'll say that, if my dad's not available, maybe I want it to be my brother, would be the next best person for me. And that's the order that I'll choose. Now, I get to decide here whether or not I want to have a second successor if my brother also wasn't available. And let's say maybe I chose two people at once. So maybe I had chosen Charles, my father, and then after that, maybe I had my mother on there and they were going to act jointly. If I have more than one person acting at the same time, I would need to decide if they're able to act independently of one another. So that means, could one of them go to the bank by themselves and do a transaction, or alternatively, do they both need to be there acting together? And then I would also have to decide if I want this to expire. Say I'm only granting a power of attorney document to my dad because I'm going to be out of town for a few weeks, and then after that I'm going to change it. Well, then I would say, oh, okay, when I come back on, June 13th, I will have it expire on that date automatically. But I don't need that. I'm going to have mine forever. So I, the person making this document, now have to make a choice about what my attorney in fact would be able to do. And for me, I think it would be wise if they would be able to do all of these things. So then they would never be caught with a power that they don't have, that I would need them to use. So I would put an X right there, signifying that they could do everything available to them, all of these powers listed. And then I need to decide if this document will continue to be effective if I become incapacitated or incompetent or not. For me, I think the purpose of doing this document would be because I want it to be effective if I can't act for myself, so that there's no conservatorship proceeding over me. So I would put an X or a check right next to the top one. Then I would have to decide if I authorize my attorney in fact to make a gift to themselves or anyone that they're legally obligated to support. I don't see any reason myself why my dad would need to make a gift to himself, but maybe, I was engaged in some sort of lifetime gifting because I had adult children and I was giving them $1,000 every Christmas or something like that. Then I might check this one and say who would be able to gift to themselves. But my kids are little, so I'm not, they can't even serve as my attorney in fact. So it's moot for me. So I would say I don't authorize any of my attorney in facts to make a gift to themselves or anyone they're legally obligated to support. And then the last thing I would have to decide is whether or not I felt like my attorney in fact needed to render an accounting to me or to someone else. Well, I think it might be nice just for transparency's sake for my dad to render an accounting. Not that I don't trust him, but more eyes the better, maybe catch some mistakes and things like that. So I might say I want him to render a monthly accounting to me if I'm able to receive it. But if not, I think it would be great if he sent the accounting to my brother, and then maybe to like my kids if they were adults. And then, I can make that decision there. If I don't feel like that's necessary, I would just check the top one. And then, of course, I would need to have this executed in front of a notary. So I'll probably get mine signed in Hennepin County. So I'll put that county in there. And then I'm thinking I'll go tomorrow. So I would put the date in here, whatever day of May 2024. And then in front of a notary, I would sign the document here and let the notary notarize it there to make it effective. Since I'm the person drafting the document, I'll just put my own information in here. And then I would have my dad and my brother sign these. Of course, they don't need to sign in front of a notary. And then after I've signed it, I would put my initials here to make sure that everybody knows that I received that important notice that's required by me to receive and have attached to this document under law. And that's how you do it. That's how you fill out a statutory short form power of attorney so that you can make sure if something happens to you and you're hospitalized, incapacitated, sick, or just out of town, the right person that you choose would be able to make those transactions and those financial decisions on your behalf instead of having to spend time, money, and a lot of hassle trying to get before the court to remove your rights by having a conservatorship placed over you.